Hello everybody. I hope you guys are doing great. Just a flickering screen over there. I can't really do anything regarding that. What can I? Just a minute. Give me a second. Hopefully, I'll be able to do something. I hope I'm audible right now. It's better to have that kind of screen right now. Okay. Without any further delay, let's simply get going. And these are the recorded videos. If I'm not wrong, let me just simply delete them. Crash and delete everything. Coming back to this one. Oh, come on. Literally. Hmm. Okay, let me fix this. Earlier I was live and then somehow my PC got stuck. I don't know what I ran. It happened actually twice today. So let's see how it's actually gonna be going on. When I'm actually live at this level, I mean the consumption of the CPU cores are like this. How much CPU is being used right now? So load is this much. I hope that's the one. Let's stop. Hmm. All right, let's not worry about this. Overall, I hope it will be able to just simply handle this easily. It's around 5.83 load. I don't know exactly have idea what that is, but okay, never mind. Let's close this. And the next thing that I'm actually gonna be doing is just simply spinning up the project. But before that, I have to. What next? Let me go to the disks, and I'll have to. Okay, I'm just simply gonna be keeping it simple. Keeping it simple in the sense, not this one actually. This one I was working on. This hint is something that I'm gonna be removing label, side, bottom, center, and all. Or we can just simply have it somehow. It can be used. Just a minute. Let me check out the tooltip here. Right. So text area, table, tab, switch, spinner, sonar, slider, toggle. Tooltip is here. So this is how it's gonna be looking like. So radix UI, base UI. What does it mean? Okay, never mind. Coming back to this one. At the end of the day, these are the things that we need to have. So add to library, tooltip, installation. Now we have to integrate it inside Next.js. So Bunny shared CN int and framework. Let's click on this. Use shared CN slash create build preset create project add components. Use CLI existing project. Probably this is the one. So the project is already created. Once the project is created, we have to just simply add it. So Bunex bun create next app at the rate latest source dir. Yeah. If you prefer source directory, use source dir or choose yes when prompted. Source directory for what? I'm using web over here. Create next app at the rate latest. That's already done. This is something that I've already done. Then probably Bunex bun shared C, and this is what I'm supposed to be doing now. So hopefully this will be done. CD apps slash web control V done. And after that we have to add, right? So once it is actually initialized, now the question is, what do we need, radix or base? That's interesting. Mm, what is used here? Radix or base, right? So if I go to components.json is okay. Base color, configure app. Isn't there something called default or something when it comes to that style? Custom. Okay, so style default tailwind, globals, gray, and the components and all these things. Which preset would you like to use? It's mainly talking about the preset, and I have no idea regarding that. Which one should I be using here? Okay, let's select any random one. Let's go with this, the first one only. In future, I think I will be able to change this anyway, so I don't really need to worry about it. So when it comes to components.json, this has actually been created based Nova. Hmm. It's not the default one anyway. And these things are added here. Hooks lib. So now if I come back here, apps, web, we have lib, components UI, so we must have UI over here, button.tsx, right? We have library lib, so this even got added automatically. We have UI, we have utils. So where are utils? Utils is here. Okay, that makes sense. What is the next thing that I can do? Out. I'm not sure whether this is gonna be exactly right. I've selected Nova here, but okay, let's see. I'll figure it out, and then we can just simply add it. Okay, so let's check this thing. Tooltip. Here it is. Now Radix looks like this, and base UI it looks like this. Is there any difference between them? I selected base UI, that's crazy. Okay, now I have to just simply wrap it as well. So wrap it with the tooltip provider. So run bunnex add shared c and add this. So let's simply add it first of all. So it's gonna be added inside UI if I'm not wrong. There's something okay. So tooltip this actually got added. No need to worry about exactly what it does and all. I just simply got tooltip, and after that, what do I have to do? We need to get tooltip provider, and we have to just simply wrap it. This tooltip provider is gonna be coming from @components UI tooltip. That's right. So ultimately, we have tooltip function over here. We have tooltip trigger. We have tooltip content. We have tooltip provider. This is it, and we need to use them. Simple. So let me do one thing. That's right. So in that case, let me do one thing. I actually used this by default. What's gonna be it like? And even if I have it by default, left, top. So this is all about side. Then save changes with keyboard shortcut. Fine. Disabled RTL. It even has these options. Not really sure if it actually has type content, tooltip content. If I go to hint, first of all, let's simply get rid of this. This hint needs to be imported from hint over here, and when it comes to this hint, it even gets the side, it even gets a line and side offset and yeah, side offset. They are the three things that it actually gets. The question is, toolbar. I'm gonna be getting rid of this. As for the types, later I will properly, I mean, place the types at the right place. But as for right now, let's let it be here. Now I'm not sure that the hint, and to hint I'm actually passing all these things. So if I actually right click, so it has what? It does have a line. It does have a line's offset. So it has a side. Does it have side? It does have side. It has side offset. It even has a line and a line offset. That's insane. Side is here. When it comes to tooltip content, a line is there. So where should it be aligned? And the side offset, how much should it be? Okay, that's crazy. So it is just simply suggesting the types over here. Okay, fine. Side offset is actually gonna be a number. As for the types, I have to make sure that I'm actually handling them well. But right now, I can just simply take it easy. At the end of the day, I will make sure that the code is the best way written so that it's readable. Okay, so this particular thing is done. Coming back to this one, we have hint over here, we have button over here. In button, we are passing active, but we do not really have active over here. So let's just simply pass true. As simple as that. Now to check which button is active and which button is not, we'll have to maintain the state. Okay, that's great. Toolbar button. And the same state was maintained here. Toolbar button. As for this active and all, this actually came here. That's interesting. And this was inside wrapper. So from the wrapper side, I actually send this active at the end of the day tool.cursor.tool. So we had this tool and set tool cursor here in the wrapper section. And that was the use of the wrapper at the end of the day. Wrapper did what? Wrapper, but the button can directly be selected. Tool button wrapper. Can't I select the button directly? Wrapper had all the buttons. So if you actually think that anyway, we can. When it comes to tool cursor and tool cursor, they're actually coming from this particular place. That simply means whenever I'm clicking on any button, this state gets saved, and then we can decide. Okay, this is something that can easily be done, so let's not worry about that. Okay, by default, I'm making it true. And by the way, what actually happens here? Or let's make it false. That will be it. So if that is actually false, then this active border and this is gonna be used. Okay, fine. Variant ghost size tool. What size mean? Size item dot what? Size of what? Size of button? Literally. Button bar size is what the hell? This is wrong. Anyway, forget about that. Let's simply remove the size section from here. On click, on click. This is how I'm actually gonna be having it like this. As for the icon, that's actually gonna be icon dot icon. Okay, doesn't seem to be bad either. So this is how things have been going on so far. Coming back to this, we have canvas. Inside that we have these three things: toolbar, menu, and canvas. So far I've been mainly working with toolbar. And when it comes to this toolbar section, we have toolbar items over here, exactly how many of them needs to be shown. And then uh, we have tool, how can I decide which one is selected? Based on the name of the tool, we can decide which tool is selected. That's something can be done later. And apart from this particular thing, I'm just simply rendering them. When it comes to rendering them, so I'm passing the item and the key. Anyway, the items are here, and once the items are actually here, we have the hint that's gonna be shown there. We have the button and all these things, and let's see how it looks like. ls bundef. Still, this is just the UI part that you copied, and that's good. At least this much we can do. Otherwise, don't know how long this project is gonna take. Okay, so I actually have two projects. One of them from this one, the greenish one, we just got some of the things. Let's go to the reddish one. Here I have done the same thing. We take if I go to the app canvas change.tsx. So at the end of the day, uh, canvas. Okay, fine. Over here we have this canvas. Here we are. So we have the top bar. Well, the way they've been written, that's really bad. So it's better to organize them, and that's what the focus is right now. We have the canvas here. We have the text area. Let's forget about that. We have the top bar. So this way we really have many things. Let's go to this top bar. Ultimately, which one is selected or not, that's decided based on this selected tool, and that is actually handled here. Now there are many, but if I go to the top, I should have here selected tool, set selected tool, and at the end of the day we have the types here and tools dot selected. When it comes to the type, that is nothing but an enum. Is that an enum? No, that's not an enum. And we have an enum called tools. So we have tools, and we can actually get the values from the tools, and that's going to be the type of the tool. We need to have it anyway. So it's better to get both the thing. I mean, few things from this, few things from there, combine them, and just make something. And that's a good one. Okay. Anyway, we do need to have the types, so let's do it anyway. And these are the types. Uh, Fine. So right now, what am I gonna do? There is I had the shapes here, just everything, but few things were already ready. Create Google, delete, OBS, dot, point, method, land ownership, React, control, testing, tolerance, canvas, coordinates, Excalidraw feature list. I think this is the one, not this one. Okay, not this one, of course. Turn style integration, land of ownership, points event dot project, delete, is creating distance. Okay. It's not really possible to find that again. That's for sure. Or probably we found that. So shapes coordinates need to be saved in an area format. Okay, this is not the one. Okay, let's not worry about this. I thought of finding that, but that's not possible to find that yet. Okay, so what are we gonna be doing right now? We need to define the types. That can be done later. That's not really a big problem. What else? Yeah, so we were focusing on the uh, selecting button section. That's already done. So we've done this much. Let me see how's the result. Slash canvas, compiling. Hopefully it's gonna be compiled soon. And congratulations, we've got some errors here. What is this? No handling functions on click. Okay, let's see. Where are we facing this issue? Okay, let's do one thing. We have the pinch, we have the toolbar. Inside the toolbar, we have item. Okay, so we went to the toolbar button. When we are inside toolbar button, we have this on click. We have this hint. Even we should be getting them in the form of at the rate, but okay, we'll see that. And that is it. So what is the issue? On click, even I can log here. As simple as that. So this seems to be fine. Okay. Tooltip provide primitive UI tooltip.tsx. From there, it is actually throwing the error. That's crazy. This is what I got from shared decision side. So what is the number 25? Tooltip primitive trigger. They did this. So probably when I'm importing them, I'm making a mistake. Client component, that's already the one. And I'm exporting all these things from here. Event handlers cannot be passed to the client component prop. So if you need interactivity, consider converting part of this to client component. That is already a client component. In that case, toolbar, I'm using this hint. Just try this thing out. All these came from UI tooltip, so there shouldn't be anything wrong. At the rate base UI React. Why have I been facing this issue? Alrighty, coming back to this, I hope I'm audible right now. I must be anyway. Okay, so coming back to this, it's still loading. Here we are compiling the canvas. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong, but still I'm getting this error over and over. Don't know how many times. So what this actually says that event handlers cannot be passed to the client component props. Event handlers like on click function on click children. Okay, if you need interactivity, so that's something that it is telling me. And why it is telling me that because I am passing what? I'm just simply passing tooltip primitive trigger slot props. Probably because of these things that I added. We have the tooltip content. We have this. Come on. Mm, is this fine right now or not? Tooltip this. This is insane. So if you, this is not because of that, in that case tooltip primitive. Ah, I haven't used tooltip provider. Or have I? I don't think I have used it. This should be wrapped. Let's try this thing out too. Still getting that. As for this tooltip provider, if I'm actually having it here, this is not gonna be working. This tooltip provider doesn't need to wrap this. Well, it can wrap that anyway, but it needs to wrap what? The basic layout that I have. So apps, web, app, layout. Let me wrap here. This children tooltip provider from where? From here, of course. And but now the same. Let's do one thing. Remove that hint section first of all, and see if that resolves it. So if I actually go to components, and inside components, that's the toolbar, right? And inside toolbar, we have tool button. As simple as that. The way I have it structured, I don't even know that's the right way to do that. But okay, never mind. So toolbar will have everything related to toolbar, but toolbar is inside the canvas. How about keeping both inside that only? That may make more sense. Canvas we have, toolbar we have, this we have. Everything related to toolbar. So this is how it just simply goes on. Makes sense. Okay, anyway, coming back to this. Um, this this hint is something that I'm not gonna have here because of this thing. I'm facing issues. As for this button, of course, this needs to be at the rate UI button imported. Which button? From here only. That's fine. And what else? Canvas wrapper. Still I'm facing the same issue. If hint is not here, button as the class name goes. That's so. I mean, that should still be there. This button, it mainly comes from shared CN, and no, this seems to be fine. Okay, so this is how it looks like. It took so much time, yes. Anyway, so we have this is the mm, top bar, whichever way we have it. That's better. Okay, then we have top tool menu here at the top. That doesn't need to be there anyway. And this window is the problem. It is just simply telling me that window does not exist. Button primitive. So class name is there, variant is there, size there, the remaining props are there. The simple thing is here that this is a normal button, right? It's on, click, handle on, click. And over here, if I try to create const handle on clicked, will I be getting that same error? Yes. So it is telling me what canvas wrapper. This is the error that I'm getting. So passing this on click is the problematic stuff here. On, that simply means there's nothing wrong with this hint. So let's get that back. Oh, fine. Let's simply import it as well. So this is imported. Now this button comes from where? Add the component CUI button. That simply comes from uh, shared CN, and all the remaining props are gonna be here. Probably I haven't added that. Could be, but it's I did not add the button shared CN. This could also be the reason. I mean, you by default get the button, so I don't think you need to add this, but you never know. Mm, there we are. Add this. That was already added anyway. But yeah, I mean the button was already added. So at the end of the day, it is gonna skip that. Hmm. So it is simply telling me that class name is fine, but on click function handle on click is not fine. Why? As simple as that. Inside components, I have my canvas. Inside my canvas, I have normal stuff. Then I have tool menu and this. Inside toolbar, I have a button. Inside that button, I'm passing this. That does not work. Mm, Time to take the help of AI. Can't we pass on click click on button share screen? Let's see what it says. Yes, application. It is telling me I can. The shared scene I got, that is this Nova. Probably that is why it doesn't accept. Excuse me. So this area is not a shared scene issue. It's a Next.js server component versus client component issue. The important part is event handlers cannot be passed into client components props. So this means you are probably doing something like this. Server component, and then we are trying to pass this. Since canvas page is server component and no client users can always use JavaScript. So make the component client component wherever I'm using the button. I thought it was a client component by default, isn't it? If the top parent is the client component, shouldn't it be client component on its own? Oh, it's gone. Oh, that's crazy. It was just simply asking me to make the client components. The reason I did wasn't doing it from my side because the canvas in this canvas over here, this toolbar, the top page was what the hell? I thought it was. Oh, that was my mistake. The problem was that the canvas that I made it use a client, but I did not convert the server component to a client component in the toolbar section, and I thought I converted that way. Okay, and one more thing, it's all about structuring it the right way. Alrighty, so suppose I have a canvas page, and that canvas page ultimately wrapper has a toolbar, tool menu, and a canvas itself. Now the toolbar again has a tool, I mean toolbar page, and the buttons, toolbar buttons inside that. So when I actually create the component, what should be the structure? How should I create the component, and how should I keep them? Because if buttons and then similarly canvas itself will have many things. So I know that wasn't the best way to simply explain, but okay, never mind. Hmm. So app draw page.tsx components canvas canvas overlay canvas selection box resize grid. Then we have toolbar.tsx toolbar item toolbar group. Oh, that makes okay. Just a minute. Am I crazy? Why did I keep these things inside canvas? Because at the end of the day, they are outside the canvas, so they should be inside components. This is the first thing, and the another thing is that inside the canvas, I have my toolbar. Do I what the hell? Inside the canvas, I should have canvas.tsx. As simple as that. And now the toolbar.tsx, this whole thing related to the toolbar should actually go to the toolbar section, and then tool menu should have tool menu related one. And when it comes to toolbar, so I have toolbar, and then I have toolbar button. So this is how it should be structured. Tool menu I have canvas.tsx I have. That's great. This is how we done. And so ultimately toolbar is this item group. All these things are gonna be there. menus there, UI is there, and this is how things are gonna be there. Okay, fine. Mhm. Toolbar button. Let's simply get it from toolbar itself, and this thing is already done. Most of the things are fine, right? No problem as such. Alrighty, let's give it one more try. This is how it looks like, and let's go further. So let's work on the tool menu right now. Overall, things are fine in this particular case. App, web, app, of course, canvas, page.tsx, everything actually starts from here. We have worked on toolbar section, and this toolbar section needs to be like this. Not only that, this toolbar section needs to be absolute. Uh, Not toolbar, or do I need to make the toolbar one? Okay, let's make toolbar absolute. Mm, just a minute, let me have a look at Excalidraw. So when it comes to drawing anything, so I can draw it, right? So this is just on the top of the canvas. That is it. Similarly, this particular section is on the top. So whatever is here, that's just on top. Doesn't matter which thing I'm talking about. Okay, that's right. So in that particular case, I have to make it absolute. Absolute. As simple as that. Top at left this fine. So coming back to this one. Similarly, I have to make this tool menu the same way. So if I go to tool menu, well, there's really nothing but at least class name, and it can be absolute. Any suggestions? From top, I'll have 5. From left, I'll have, let's make it 5 by 5. So at least this is how it's gonna look like. Well, I have to design tool menu as well. In that case, of course, I will not invest time designing the stuff. Especially this particular thing looks, lock is here, pen is here, select is here, rectangle is here, diamond is here, circle is here, ellipse is here, arrow is here, line is here, draw is here, text is here, insert image, eraser, and more tools. Oh, okay, that's fine. Let's work on this part here, tool menu. And again, I will make sure that I'm not spending a lot of time just creating the UI, and hence what I'll do, that app canvas page tool menu, and we have just this much. So let's copy and paste this stuff here as well. That would be better, right? So inside can components we have these. That makes sense. So coming back to this, we have gone through all these things. This is gonna be interesting. So we have the canvas, as everyone knows, don't we? Uh, Text editor, forget about this text editor. We'll take care of it later on. Coming back to this one, let's go to the tool menu section. And when it comes to the tool menu, this recoil is here. Forget about that. Hmm. And then we have, forget about these. What are these called, conditions and all, because we don't really need to worry about them. First of all, we need to work on the design part. So when it comes to design part, first of all, let me copy it and remove the conditional stuff. Like I need to remove everything from you, as simple as that. I need to remove this because we are working on the UI part. Okay, and mm, can I just simply cut this much and get rid of this all? Don't worry about this. We'll make sure that we get rid of this as well. We have to make everything visible without any condition. first of all this thing. As for the condition, there's better way to just simply do it. Okay, this is this condition. Just ignore color picker. Alrighty, here we are. So at the end of the day, in the tool menu, we are gonna be having color picker, background picker, stroke width, stroke style, font tool, even more things. If I actually go to Excalidraw, so here, hmm, so we have first of all is stroke. So maybe, then the background color, then the fill, then the stroke width, stroke style. All these options are here. So we have to have all of them. As simple as that. So let's simply work on this. So first of all, stroke. Do we have stroke first? Color picker. This is actually the stroke. Fine. Background color picker. So this color picker should be stroke. Okay, never mind. We'll name them better. So we need to have color picker. Then we need to have background picker. Then we have to have fill picker. Okay, this is insane. So fill picker. After fill picker, we need to have stroke width. Okay, let's do one thing. Let me not add things from my side first of all. Let's create what's already there. Then I will start working on the things. Otherwise, it will be messy. So color picker. Where can I get it from? The code is already written, so I have to just simply copy paste. So this is the code of the color picker. Then there is a color picker wrapper, toolbar menu item, title stroke. What this does, it just simply has the design stuff. Okay, toolbar menu item wrapper. So if there's any wrap, that makes sense actually. To have this wrapper makes sense because at the end of the day we have many items here, and if there is a top level wrapper for all, that will be better. Yeah, makes sense. So by the way, that wrapper itself is gonna be inside toolbar menu. Tool menu or toolbar menu. This is actually gonna be toolbar menu. First of all, this, and instead of naming it a tool menu, I'm gonna be naming it toolbar menu. Just like this. Again, there are gonna be a few errors and all. Okay, that's fine. Coming back to this, because of the naming convention, it's gonna be problematic. So let me make it right. Tool bar menu. I think this is better. We had the toolbar, then toolbar menu, tool menu. What's the right option? What to call this? Let me take the help of AI only. What to call this on X? Yeah, ah, should I call it tool menu, toolbar menu? What is a better name? Hmm, properties panel. That's insane. Properties. How about toolbar menu? Properties panel, style panel, inspector. Properties panel. That makes sense. Properties panel. Panel. Properties panel.tsx, and inside this properties panel. That's not bad either. Coming back to this one, let's remove this raw properties panel just like this. So toolbar properties panel on the left side, and then the canvas. Fine. And in this properties panel, I have these many things. Let's get them one by one, as simple as that. So properties panel, come on. Hmm. Inside that properties panel item wrapper. Where is this anyway? This is inside toolbar menu only. Toolbar menu wrapper. Do we need to have wrapper, or we can have wrapper? No, we need to have wrapper. Properties panel wrapper. Let's create it. Properties panel item wrapper.txt. It's quite a big one, but never mind. This wrapper is needed, otherwise we'll have to write the same code again and again. So it's better to have a wrapper here. And at the end of the day, this is the code. As for the code, we'll simplify it even more. Get rid of this. I mean, getting rid of the types as for right now doesn't really matter. So at the end of the day, toolbar, properties. So properties panel item wrapper. This is the one. It just simply gets the title and the children. Title and children. So title is gonna be there. That is right. Children are gonna be there. That is right. So this is the right one. And what do we need to do? As for the type, we'll have to make sure that we keep the type at the right place, or probably in the same one. Let's create the type. So type properties panel, this one. So title string. It's better to just simply go with the right type as well instead of just simply keeping it for the future. Okay, so we have created this. Once this is actually created, then what do we need to do? When it comes to color picker, that needs to be inside that. So everything over here, that needs to be inside. Simple. But instead of keeping everything like that, we can have a picker. Title is gonna be stroke. And when it comes to picker, so mm, how can I simplify this? We have properties panel, we have these other things. And when I click on any one of them, so of course I have to make color picker here. And color picker itself will have many things or not? Not really, it doesn't seem to be having many. So if I actually go here, properties panel, let me see if it has many things. I'll create a folder. We are gonna be having color picker dot. This is not even color picker. What is the name? Stroke picker. That's stroke picker. Stroke picker.tsx. Let's do one thing. Before even doing that, I'm gonna run this project and see how the things look like. Ls, what is it using? npm run dev, right? 3001. Let's have a look at the UI part. This is localhost 3001. Overall, how the board looks like. We have to have a look at that. So we have the stroke. So this is the stroke part only. Hmm. Okay, that's fine. Then stroke width and all these things are there. So this should actually be named stroke picker. Stroke color picker dot tsx. Okay, stroke color picker dot tsx. Yes, this seems to be a good one. So we will have a stroke color picker, background color picker, fill style picker, stroke width, opacity. All these pickers will have. I'd name them color picker label. So when it comes to color picker, so it can have value, it can have on change for an Excalidraw. With the properties panel, we have color picker.tsx. This can be reusable. Fill style color picker. Color picker means you can pick the color of anything. That's right. Makes sense. Let's go. So first one is gonna be the color picker. Color picker that can actually change, pick the color of anything. So color picker dot tsx. And what is the next one that we have? Let's simply focus on this first. Color picker, how will it be looking like? We have to go through the things one by one, right? So the color picker is here, and when it comes to the color picker, first of all, it needs to be wrapped. But before even that, toolbar menu item wrapper. So this definitely needs to be wrapped. And let's go to the picker. So ultimately, this picker has what? Stroke color, and this is how it simply picks. And let's simply copy it. So this is the color picker. Again, RAFCE. Come on, color picker. And at the end of